What's up? What's up? Strickland fucking did it, you guys. Holy fucking shit, man. Last night is exactly why mixed martial arts is the greatest sport on the planet. Other than power slap, of course. Holy fuck, dude. Holy fucking shit. It didn't even hit me how much that win meant to me until this morning when I woke up and my first thought was, holy shit, Sean Strickland's fucking champion. Holy shit, he beat the fuck out of Izzy Adesanya for 5 straight rounds. Oh my God, dude. And then I spent this morning watching like all the post-fight stuff and people's reactions to it and everything. Holy shit. That was probably the best post-fight interview, I think, like in the presser. Fuck all the maggots up in the crowd. Dude, UFC 293 could be, it was the Baggots taking L's left and right. Like, what a fucking hilarious card. After the second time, after Cop dropped it, something in my, like, I didn't think that Sean was gonna win per se, but I thought something was gonna happen. I definitely thought something was gonna happen. I don't know, that I'm still kind of speechless at that fucking card. That's so much crazy shit. Yeah, it's not one, but 2 fighters going rogue. 2 fighters going rogue. Cop actually had an interesting fight for once, but that's not because of him at all. I still don't like Cop. Nothing to do with his personality. It's all his fighting style. He had an interesting fight because, what's his name? I forgot his name, the Brazilian guy he fought. What was his name again? I can't even fucking remember. He took it to him, and if you take it to him, yeah, he's gonna have a good fight. And Cop definitely won that fight. He landed the more significant strikes for sure. But I guarantee you, the next fight Cop has, it's probably going to be boring fight. I just hate flyweights, I hate counter strikers in general, but especially flyweights. I don't think there's a spot in the UFC for flyweight counter strikers, you know? And he acts like he's better than he is. I don't know. I'm not a fan of Cop. I don't think I'll ever be a fan of him. He hits hard, but and his super awesome moment post-fight speech, really fucking awesome post-fight speech. That made me like him a little bit more, but I still don't like him. Cowboy Cerrone made over 30 grand on Strickland. Did he really? Dude, did you see someone, I don't know who it was, but someone bet Izzy on the money line, which is insane. First, if you're betting money line and it's minus 700, you're a fucking retard, no matter how sure of a bet you think it is. But someone bet almost 300,000 to win like 30-some thousand on Izzy. I think on DraftKings. That made me feel good. Oh God. Sean fucking Strickland, dude, he fucking did it! He was the one to end Izzy. I was 100% convinced it was going to be Dricus to be the one to end it. And there is a small part of me that would have liked to seen Dricus be the one to end it, because he would have, for sure. But I'm so happy for Sean, man. Like, because here's the thing, man. He was abused as a kid, man. And Dana Musty's, dude, did you see Dana's face as he was putting the belt around Strickland's waist? Oh my God. It was the same face he made when he read the Carla Rose, when he heard that Carla beat Rose. It's the same exact face. He's like, are you fucking kidding me? Izzy gets unlimited rematches? Apparently so. He definitely doesn't deserve it. I mean, I don't know how you can make DDP weight I don't know how, like, DDP is a clear number one contender. And I would love to see DDP versus Strickland. I think that'd be a great fight. And yeah, Izzy's 1-2 in his last 3. The one he did win, he was getting his ass mollywopped by Pereira until he sucked out at the last minute because of his voodoo juju. DDP would KO Izzy. Oh yeah, for sure. I have zero doubt in my mind that DDP would probably get a hold of him, take him down, and just elbow the fuck out of him. That's what I think would happen. God damn. But Strickland Fuckland, that was truly one of my favorite moments, I think, of all time. Like, in terms of title fight upsets, it's one of the biggest, but this is the first one that, like, I really hated the person who lost, and I was really rooting for the person who won. So I was thinking, like, GSP Serra, that was big, but I never really was a big Matt Serra fan. Another one is Miesha Tate, Holly Holm. That one was a cool one for me. I like that one. And then Bisping, Rockhold. I was never really a fan of Bisping or Rockhold as a person, so I wasn't really emotionally invested in it. But this one I was. This one I think most of us were. This was a win for all the MMA community. And the fucking best part about last night was that the crowd, like, at least 95% of the crowd was on Sean's side, and they were booing Izzy in the 4th round. That was so fucking cool, man. At the end of the 4th round, I'm like, holy shit, like, Sean is at worst, he's 2-2, but I think it's 3-1, and he's kicking his ass. I think he just fucking put it on him in the end. Oh my God, dude, this is why I fucking love mixed martial arts, man. I fucking love it. It's the best sport. I don't know how people are watching fucking football today. Like, who gives a shit about a ball sport when there's fist sports and kick sports, you know, and slap sports? On a scale from 1 to 10, how rodent looking is Wheelchair? Also a goated fight last night. How rodent looking? I've definitely seen more rodent looking people, so he's not a 10. Like an 8.25. He definitely looks like some sort of like low-level marsupial or something like that. Sticking with the Australia theme. If DDP landed that same straight right, Izzy would be out cold. Yeah, dude. Yeah. That when he landed that, I thought it was over. I for real thought it was fucking over. I was screaming. I was fucking screaming. And here's the crazy. This is what I want to tell you guys. So I didn't bet last night at all because I have a new rule. It's like a spiritual reason, like whether or not I'm going to bet on a card or not. I just knew that if I did bet yesterday, I probably wouldn't have done good. So I didn't bet. But before, so I didn't look at any anything in the stars at all besides for the main event, and I didn't do a full reading because I didn't have any money on it or anything. But I did kind of want to see if Izzy would have a huge advantage, because what I noticed, like UFC 292, they delayed it really late. The main event didn't start until past 1 p.m. or 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this fight, they were hurrying everything up. There were a few quick finishes early on. And normally when there's a few quick finishes, they'll have like a few promos or a commercial or something they're promoting. But this was like one after another after other. And the fight started before midnight. I think it was like 11:57 or something. And that's the reason why I checked, because I'm like, like my heart sunk. I'm like, there's got to be a fucking reason UFC's doing this. I'm sure they want like a favorable start time for Izzy. Why the hell are they rushing this card so fucking fast? It made no sense, especially considering it was a morning card for Australia. So it's not like the crowd was getting sleepy or antsy or anything. So there's really no logical reason that I could think of other than they were trying to get us favorable start time for Izzy. But I looked and it was pretty even. I calculated like a very, very slight disadvantage for Sean Strickland. So I can go back and like do an actual analysis, which I probably will because I am curious. But from what I saw, from what I did check, Sean was at like a -3, -5 advantage, which is basically neutral. And he kicked Izzy's ass. So if they do rematch, I'm betting the hell out of Sean Strickland. Football, yes, Jesse, football. Most other fights would have been stopped. IMO dropped it. He did take 20. Okay, so probably because he gave the thumbs up. Yeah, so Troy. So when I saw it live, when I was watching it live, I was thinking, oh my God, this should be stopped. So I agree with that. But then when I watched the replay back, there was never a point where Izzy looks completely out of it. And he was, even though he did take, I counted like 17 or 18 unanswered shots. And they were pretty hard shots too, especially for Strickland. And so that's like, I was counting them as he was throwing them, because I was like, okay, it's time to stop it. But when you look at the replay, I don't think in a title fight you can actually do that. I mean, they have in the past, but I think it would have been a bad stoppage. Izzy was still, he wasn't like intelligently defending himself, you could say, but he was trying to get himself back to a position where he could intelligently defend himself. And the fact that he did get himself back to that position and lasted the rest of the 5 rounds, I don't think you can say it was a bad non-stoppage at all. I think it was fine. It's a title fight. You got to let him go out on their shield. So I'm fine with that. Because if they would have stopped it then they definitely 100% would have a rematch, 100%. And we don't want to fucking see that shit. And Izzy would say the same thing that he said about Alex when Alex KO'd him, when Alex was literally one shot away from putting his lights out, like, for good and doing some everlasting brain damage. So we didn't want that to happen. So I'm glad it wasn't stopped. It would have been cool to see a knockout, but Sean wasn't gonna knock Izzy out. I don't think he has the power. Chris Curtis' reaction to the fight was wholesome. I haven't seen Curtis's reaction. I've seen Jamal's reaction. I've seen Vettori's reaction. Vettori's reaction is hilarious. Who else I see? I saw Mighty Mouse's reaction. I saw a whole bunch. Cormier's post-fight reaction. Fuck Cormier. Fucking hate that guy. Fuck everyone making excuses for Izzy. He didn't look like himself. This is what Cormier was saying. I was listening to this a few hours ago. He's like, Izzy's just fighting too much, man. He's fighting too much. I'm like, the fuck are you talking about? No one fights more than Sean Strickland. No one fights more than Sean Strickland. You cannot use that excuse against Sean, especially since he took it on short notice and he wasn't supposed to win, and he flew all the way across the fucking world. Fuck no, dude. That is the most bullshit. He didn't look like himself. He didn't look like himself because no one's ever pressured him like that before. Like, Sean just fought a fucking perfect fucking fight. Like, that's the reason why. Izzy didn't show up bad. Oh, I'll say this though. I'll say this. So in the last walkout, when Izzy went full-blown demon mode, I saw that demon. This walkout, he looked way more human. But like his first steps out of the dressing room, he looks like refreshed. He looked happy. And my read on the situation, I don't think he did zero demonic shit. He definitely did. I sensed a little bit. Maybe that's just residual from all the other juju shit he's done. But my sense of it was that in his mind, he thought this was going to be an easy fight or an easier fight, and he didn't have to do all that crazy shit to get the win. So when he took that step out, it was a breath of fresh air for him. He was like, well, finally, I don't have to fucking sell more of my soul to fucking get this W. That's what I read from him on the walkout. And what I read from Sean on the walkout, it reminded me exactly like Sean O'Malley. They both looked nervous, but neither of them looked scared or like the moment was too big. They looked like how you would expect someone to look going into their first fucking title fight of ever. Like their entire life's work building up to this fucking moment for the next 25 minutes. Their entire future is going to be decided by this 25 minutes. And that's what they both look like. So I didn't take it as a negative for Sean, and I didn't take it as a negative for Izzy either. I knew Izzy wasn't going to be full-blown demon mode. That was for sure. But I already knew that leading up to the fight. I knew he wasn't gonna, because he really didn't want to do what he did leading up to the second Alex fight. He really did not want to. And another thing I wanted to talk about in the what's it called? I can't even fucking think right now. In the pre-fight presser, Izzy was talking to Sean. He goes, "How much?" He's like, "You sold your soul for," because he's sponsored by Monster now. He's like, "At least I never sold my soul." When he said that, like a chill went down my spine. I was like, "What?" Like I've never seen an MMA fighter sell out more than Izzy Adesanya, ever, fucking ever, dude. So for him to accuse Sean of selling out, maybe it's his karma. Maybe that's why. But I don't know. That was fucking disgusting. That would be horrible if they stopped the fight. So many excuses would be made. Exactly, Jesse. Like this way, there's no. You can't. They're still making excuses for Izzy. They're still saying, "Oh, he fought too much. You can't be the champion and fight 3 times a year." Volkanovski does it. The fuck, John Jones used to do it. Like other fighters have done it before. Like yes, Izzy's done it all this entire time pretty much, and they never made that excuse for him. But now when he loses, oh, he just didn't look himself. He was tired. No. He just got outclassed by a better striker, pure and simple. He fought someone who fights every single fucking day of his life, pretty much, and you saw that. Sean's reaction speed was so good. It wasn't even his reaction speed. It was his ability to just see everything. He just saw fucking everything perfectly. And especially anytime Izzy threw a power shot, like Sean saw it from a mile away. He talked about it too, but like you could see it in the fight. Like anytime Izzy like really just wanted to touch him, really wanted to get a few of those shots back, he couldn't. He literally fucking couldn't. I'm getting bit in this fucking forest. Agreed, yeah, he was always moving, but you can say similar with Aljo, but it was different, I guess. Strickland was grunting, throwing them shots like he was chopping down a tree. Yeah, dude, it was such a beautiful display of what mixed martial arts can be. I fucking love when when an underdog that big wins, and especially like this is definitely the biggest underdog where the stakes are this high, where I was really cheering for the underdog, and everyone was cheering for the underdog. The entire fucking arena was cheering for Strickland and booing for Izzy. That cannot be overstated enough. I don't know how Dana White can listen to that audience and be like, Izzy's the bigger star here. He's clearly not. Like, okay, so he has a whole bunch of followers on YouTube and Instagram and shit. Like, most of his followers are casuals and people who don't really like mixed martial arts, or they like it, but they're not. They're not hardcores, because if they were, they probably wouldn't be following Izzy. Because we've known forever that he's overrated. I've never been one to say Izzy sucks, and I don't think Izzy sucks, but I've always said his skills are way overrated. And yeah, it's about fucking time. It's about goddamn time. Izzy's boxing is absolutely atrocious. I wouldn't say it's atrocious, but compared to Strickland, yeah, it's not good. Even his kicks looked off. I don't want to say looked off. It was just, he was just out. It's pure and simple. He was outclassed by the better striker. It was that simple. And the fact that Sean never once even shot a takedown, it just makes it so fucking beautiful. Because what if he did, dude? Like, Sean's an actual good grappler. He just never uses it. What would have happened if he did do that? Or even if he, in the first round, he just did it once or twice just to get Izzy thinking about it. That would probably be a smarter game plan to just, hey, like if I was Sean's close, I'd probably say, hey, you don't actually have to take him down, but just make him think that you might take him down and get him worried about that. It's gonna open shit up in your striking. But Sean didn't even need to do that, so it was fucking awesome. Izzy shouldn't get a rematch. He's not defended once his second title run, and he's won it. Exactly, Lurker. Exactly. It will be, well, and on top of that, Lurker, DDP deserves it so much. I can't remember the last time there was a number one contender who deserved the number one contender spot more than DDP. He fucking murdered Whitaker. Oh, you guys want to see some cool looking mushrooms? I think these are maybe turkey tail or something. Look at those guys. Those little shelf mushrooms right there. Right there's stuff. Pretty sure those are turkey tail. Oh yeah, there's more. Yeah, those are turkey tail. You can actually harvest those and then cook them and grind them up and make like a what's it called, like a tincture out of it. Can you explain the wheelchair Juru video? I didn't watch it, Doge. I didn't watch it, so I literally can't. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I haven't watched any of his shit for a very long time, so I can't explain it. Yeah, DDP takes Strickland down, ground and pound, TKO or sub, and Hamzat wouldn't dare call out DDP. I don't know. Like, we don't really know how good Strickland's takedown defense is. We really don't. I'm assuming it's pretty damn good, but we don't really know. I do think, I just think DDP is too much of a gorilla, probably, for Strickland, but maybe not. Maybe not. It's hard to say. But I want, like, there's a lot of unanswered questions around that fight, and I think it'd be an interesting build-up. And it just makes sense, man. I'm so sick of seeing Izzy. Like, he does not deserve the title shot. Like, he got knocked out by Pereira. He would have got knocked out by Pereira again. Oh my God, I got bit again. Shit, dude. I got bit a few times. Yeah, this is gonna be a short stream because this is the time where all the mosquitoes out. September is the worst for Ohio because, well, obviously because we've had multiple months of warm weather, so all the bugs are fucking out now, getting their last meal in before it starts getting cool. Strickland combo punching and walking into distance rather than blitzing in through Izzy off a lot. The teep also kept him. The teep was huge. Also kept him in range on top of Izzy. His defense was a huge part too. Yeah, I agree with all that. The teep was. I don't know if Sean even threw a kick other than a teep. I think he might have thrown one or two, but it was pretty much just punches and teeps, and that was pretty much it. And it was like that's all he fucking needed, dude. That's all he fucking needed. He saw everything coming. You saw everything coming, and it was, in my opinion, it was just his eyesight and just the fact that he's sparred so much, he's trained so much that it's just being in there is as natural to him. You know, like I can't think of a modern fighter who's more comfortable with shots. He doesn't look comfortable. He most certainly doesn't look comfortable, but he is actually comfortable with shots getting thrown at him. You can tell just by his reaction speed. Dricus, oh my God, these bugs. Dricus versus Hamzat would be so crazy. Oh yeah, dude, that would be incredible. Or how about Dricus versus Bo Nickel, or Hamzat versus Bo Nickel? I think those three guys. I don't think Strickland's gonna have the belt for a long time. I really don't. But I think DDP, Hamzat, or Bo Nickel, one of those three will be the next long reigning middleweight. That's my prediction. I mean, and all three of them can do it. I don't think Strickland has the mindset or the style to be a long reigning champion. I could be wrong. Like, that would be awesome if he fucking broke the record. He just takes out all these motherfuckers. I have a hard time believing that he can do that against guys like Hamzat and Bo Nickel, you know? Hamzat Rex DDP IMO. His wrestling is far too high level for DDP to chat his way to victory. Love DDP. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think same goes for Bo Nickel. Their wrestling is so goddamn good. Like, we've seen what they've done to all their opponents, you know. And because Strickland doesn't have the size on those guys, it's going to be really hard for him to counter wrestle. I think like Paulo Costa has a much better chance against Hamzat than Sean Strickland would. Who do you got? JDM and Holland. Good question. I've been thinking about this a while because that's the only fucking card on that. Next week is such a horrible card, but that's the main event. That's people's main event. So if Holland was an intelligent human being, or if he is an intelligent being, but if he fought like an intelligent human being, didn't fight like a fucking retard, I would take Holland all day long. But we all know Holland is not going to grapple. Holland had the easiest path to victory against Wonder Boy, even got him down a few times and then just fucking let him up. There's no way I can trust him against JDM when the obvious path to victory is exactly the same. JDM does not have great takedown defense. He's not I guarantee you Holland could sub him in a round if he wants to. But he's not going to do that. He's gonna he's gonna do the man dance with him, and I think it's going to backfire. So I got JDM as well. Although I think Holland is by far the much better MMA fighter. He's just not going to use all his tools. But if he does, if he decides, hey, I actually want to fucking win this fight, then it wouldn't surprise me in the least. So my final prediction on that, I'll have to wait and see what Holland says in the interviews leading up to it. So I'll definitely be paying attention to his interviews. But I have to go to JDM. I don't think Holland is going to be able to deal with that power. I just don't think he's going to deal with it. I think he's going to get knocked out very early if he doesn't start grappling. But maybe, I don't know. Maybe JDM will have issues with the length. It's possible. But I'm going JDM right now. Guru is getting more annoying now. He needs second wave of harassment. I rarely watch Guru anymore. It's rare. I'll watch some of his videos, but his streams, like I just don't. Like there's nothing there anymore. I mean, if you were, I don't know what OG status is in Guru Land, but probably like pre 10K or, but I say that because I'm a pre 10K guy. So like people like Toast and Mulat and stuff would probably say like pre 3K and shit. But before he sold out, which was around 13K, that's when it first started to trickle down in quality, and I stopped watching around 50K-ish, just because it wasn't fun for me anymore. It's genuinely just his streams aren't fun, so I don't really care about Guru. I wish him well, like I'm glad he's doing well, but I genuinely don't care that much. Khamzat best win at middleweight is GM3. True, Jesse. True, but you got to extrapolate his skills. Like if he fought, like if Jesse fought, or if Khamzat fought Holland at middleweight, which it was kind of a middleweight fight, anyways, then that would be his best middleweight win. And I don't think you can really use that against him. Like you have to analyze the skills more than the quality of opponent. Khamzat will be tested against Costa. If he can smoke Costa like he smoked GM3, then yeah, he's probably the next long-term champ for a really, really long time. But I feel like Costa is like the perfect matchup. I'm really excited for that fight. If it happens, I'm skeptical that it will just because it's Costa. But if it does, that's gonna be a fun one. That one will tell us a whole hell of a lot about fucking. What's his name? Khamzat. JDM body shot finish Holland in the second. IMO kind of a war, I think. I think it's gonna be a crazy fight for how long it lasts. But I think JDM's just gonna. I just think he hits too damn hard, and Holland is too damn stubborn to just take it to the ground and sub him. Which, like I said, he could do it. He could do it in like 2 minutes or less. I genuinely believe that. But he's just not going to do it. I forget, did Holland initiate the grappling with Chiesa, or did he drop him first? I don't remember either. I remember Chiesa just being a bitch in that fight. That's all I really remember. I remember watching that fight and being like, all right, Chiesa should not be fighting anymore. This guy is a grappler who's happens to be a fighter. He's not an actual fighter. He doesn't have that dog in him. He doesn't want to get hit. Like, I mean, you don't have to want to get hit, but you have to be okay with getting hit, and he's not okay with being hit. So I don't rate that win at all. Plus Chiesa was an extra. I don't know. I think Chiesa is like old guard MMA. I don't think he's going to get too many wins in this new welterweight division. I just don't see it. Although he has the physique and he has the skills, he just doesn't have the mindset. Well, he doesn't have the stand-up skills, but he has the grappling skills to get some wins, as we know. But I started watching Guru around the end of 2021, like November. I'm trying to think. So that was probably around 10K, right, Lurker? I'm guessing. Because I think I started watching Guru. Yeah, I was like way early on the Guru train, like super early. But I fucking hated him, because the two live streams that I saw of him, he was just coping. He was just raging and coping. It used to be way worse than it is now. And I remember like being live streams and being like, and there would be like 30 people in there, and I'd be like, how the hell are people watching this shit? This is horrible. But I would occasionally watch some of his videos and think there was like something there. But I wasn't a regular until like, I want to say like 8.5K or somewhere. I remember congratulating him on 9K. So I was already like invested in Guru at that point. I remember that. But I don't remember when that, I want to say that was like 2 years ago. I want to say that, but I'm not entirely sure. Do you know Mama Goring? Mama Goring. I don't know Mama Goring. To be frank, I don't think he went bad until recently. Granted, I've only been there since like 30K, but streams here decent when they're small. And he didn't speedrun donos since like 90K. Ego a bit out of control. I would imagine. Well, I mean, the way you view Guru is definitely going to be viewed through the lens of how long you have seen Guru, but it's been a slow and steady decline in terms of quality, in terms of how much he's willing to say, which is, we all knew that was happening, and I don't fault him for that at all. That's if he said now what he did 2 years ago, he wouldn't have a channel, he wouldn't have a job. So I can't fault him for that, and I don't fault him for that. It's a natural progression of how YouTube sadly works. But I'm not going to support. Like, I'm not going to watch it anymore. I'm not going to support it. He has way more support. He doesn't need my support. But yeah, and the ego thing. He's always had a strange, for a guy who has such little self-esteem. He's always had a strangely big ego as well. I don't know. He's an enigma, I guess. He's an enigma wrapped in a shed. It's weird how ugly the Caucasus area fighters are. Hamza, Umar, Islam. I'm not even trying to be mean. It's a strange. Well, they're all inbred, Lurker. They're all, literally all of them, their mothers and fathers are cousins. And that's not a joke. That's the truth. That's literally the truth. Khabib's parents are cousins. Khabib married his cousin. Like that's what they do. It's literally part of their culture. It's part of their religion. So yeah, you're gonna get some ugly motherfuckers when you're recycling the same gene pool, you know? But you're also gonna get some motherfuckers with the craziest grip strength on the planet. So it's a give and take. It's a give and take. I mostly watch for impressions these days though. Also, who wins in a death match? Aaron and Kyle versus the Nelk Boys. I don't give a shit about the Nelk Boys at all. I don't rate them at all. But considering Aaron has a couple Taekwondo medals in his belt, I'm gonna go Aaron and Kyle. And I don't know about Aaron, but I know, like, we know Kyle is a hardcore MMA fan. I feel like just watching and caring about combat sports will make you a little bit of a better fighter. Just like watching and caring about basketball will make you a better basketball player, and so on and so forth. I don't know how into MMA the Nelk Boys are. I know they like it, but they don't strike me as people who would really care about it that much. I don't think Guru's streams have gotten that bad to last year. The donos have gotten so out of hand, and Guru's got so PC. Yeah. I mean, I don't think I've seen any Guru stream since I watched his like the first 5 minutes of his 100K stream just to see the hair reveal. That's about it. Sup? What's up, Pete Drunk? How's it going? But I never watched YouTube MMA guys. I don't watch a whole. I watch Rigo. He's like the only one that I still watch like regularly. Other than that, I haven't watched him for like the last week. I haven't been on any streams actually the last week. I don't think it's. I mean, I appreciate you all being here, but I don't think it's good for your health to be on streams every day. Either being the one talking or being the one on the other side. Like either way, I don't think it's healthy. So there was a few months earlier this year where I had no interaction with the community at all, and those were probably my best months this year. So, and I came to that realization. So I kind of stopped all streams and shit. It's just better that way. I think it's better that way. It's understandable. Yeah, Lurker, you can't fault Guru for playing the game. He has too much to lose now. He makes so much fucking money that you can't, like, of course he's not going to say the same shit that he used to. I fight MTK1 Pro, so it was always hard to get on board with a fat guy in a shed talking about MMA. Oh, do you really? That's fucking awesome, man. Yeah, I feel you. So I started boxing about 2.5 years ago, and I want to say that was around the time I started watching Guru as well. But I don't like, I still haven't had like an actual fight. I'm thinking about it, but I've been training in Power Slap. And here's a crazy fucking thing about Power Slap. So I was training for Power Slap for like 2 weeks, just get my slap down. And then I went to the gym and I was like, what the I was so confused. I was like, why am I hitting like a bit? I felt like my punches were doing about as little damage as when I first started 2.5 years ago. And it took me like 10 minutes to realize, like, oh shit, it's because I've been drilling slaps so hard. I've been drilling like with my hips square and trying to turn my hip over with as little space as possible to get as much power on my slap. And I realized just doing that over and over and over again affected the way I punch. So I'm pretty sure if I just drill both equal amounts of times, like I'll be fine. But that was an unexpected side effect of training for Power Slap, is that my boxing skills briefly went down, and they're still not where they were a while ago. But I was also injured for a little bit too. That could also be part of it. But it's Guru's mom. He's born in 1998, and his mom is Goring. Wait, really? Oh, I did not know that. I really don't care, like, the whole, like, doxing shit. Like, I don't give a shit about any of that shit. I really don't. I know they inbreed, but all of them do that. I wonder if anyone's going to tell them to stop. Oh, I guess they can do what they want. Well, I'm sure, like, they have to have been confronted with some sort of scientific evidence, or just anecdotal evidence of seeing all, like, they've got to have a higher percentage of babies and kids that grow up to be adults who have, like, mental issues and physical deformities and shit like that. Like, they have to be aware that it's a little bit more common in their part of the world than the rest. But at the same time, they have to be aware that they have the best grip strength of any other type people in the entire world. So I don't really know. I don't think they'll ever stop. It seems like inbreeding is it's ingrained in that culture. I think part of it is because they what's it called? They I don't want to say devalue, so I don't want to make it sound like I'm shitting on that religion or anything, but they have their women wear towels over their head. Like, you can't even see a woman in that culture, you know what I mean? So I think they don't care that much. They're not like Westerners who like we're exposed to titties and ass every single day, especially in summer. We're exposed to it constantly, so like it's way more on our mind, and we feel like we have so many options. You just go to the grocery store, go to the nearest Whole Foods, and you're gonna see some titties and ass hanging out if it's a warm day. It's not like that over there. So marriage is way less about sex, and it's way less pee-pee driven, I think. Because I think they get their, like, we've seen the pictures of 12 of them in a fucking hot tub and stuff. I think they get their pee-pee pleasures from their male cousins, if you know what I'm saying. So I think it's just a different culture, and they respect their culture and they respect their religion so much, and they don't have to deal with ass and titties every single day. So it's not hitting them in the face every single day that, hey, I don't have to marry my cousin. So that's my theory about it. But yeah, that's my theory. Is it because Rigo is the only one that doesn't call you a pedo though? A lot of people don't call me a pedo. It's just fucking Juru's fucking retard watcher. Like, if you're watching Juru, he's a convicted legitimate pedo who admitted to it on stream. Him and the people who support him and watch him call me a pedo, that just is like, why would I let that, like, why would that affect me? I don't care. Like, I genuinely don't give a shit. Like, call me a pedo. Like, you're supporting a pedo. I don't give a shit. Guru's insecurity is crazy. Oh, I know. Said he has had sex but never kissed a girl. Is he still on that, Troy? Is he still on that? That's not even possible unless it's a prostitute. Also said he's had 2 girlfriends. What? Okay. What? Wait, Troy. When did he say he had 2 girlfriends? I'm going to go back because the freeway's over here. It's going to be loud. When did he say he had 2 girlfriends? Because when I stopped watching him, he still said that he didn't have any girlfriends. Like, he's never had a girlfriend. But so he's either had 2 girlfriends recently that he's still never kissed. That doesn't work. Oh, here's another thing about Guru. The fucking So when all that Juru shit went down, I didn't watch Guru's reaction to it. I didn't watch Juru's reaction to it. I didn't watch Rigo's. I watched nobody's reaction to it because I knew I was involved. I didn't know how much I was involved. I know I was involved pretty much because my analytics on my YouTube channel, like, it spiked way high for 2 days, like way higher than usual. I'm like, holy shit, something's going on. But I don't know. I to this day, I don't know what fully went down. The only thing I saw, and I saw it like a week later, someone clipped Rigo's reaction to it, to Guru's. Someone clipped a 2-minute Rigo reaction to Guru's reaction, and I watched that. And Rigo was just like raging about how Guru was soy about like people kicking down his door and shit. When I heard that. Like I said, and I didn't see or hear Guru say this himself. So maybe my opinion would be different if I saw it, but I doubt it because I know Guru. You're telling me the guy that lies, that has only ever lied about his personal life, he's never told the truth about his personal life once, is all like, you're gonna believe that fucking the feds kicked down his doors because of a video that got a few thousand views? For what reason? That makes zero fucking sense. I know England has no rights and shit, but I would bet my fucking life that didn't happen. Like, when I saw Rigo like raging about it, I'm like, why are you raging about him being soy about it? You should be raging about him lying about it. That was my initial take. And I was looking at the comments and like, no one said, oh, Guru's probably lying here, but I'm gonna take a wild fucking stab and say the guy who lied about his virgin kisses, the guy who lied about his atrophy, the guy who lied about his Taekwondo medals, the guy who's lied about fucking everything about his life in a situation where it benefits him to lie about people kicking in his door. Why of course he's gonna lie about it. Of course that's a fucking lie, dude. Like, how? That's to be expected with Guru these days. So like this entire thing, I'm pretty sure just started because Guru was lying. Well, I don't even know when it originally started, but yeah, like dude, like I just think it's crazy that like people will still take Guru's word for anything. And this is what bothered me about I watched like I think Guru released like 3 or 4 videos involving Adesanya in this buildup, and I watched like half of the first one, and I had to turn it off because he was shitting on Adesanya for clout chasing cancer when Guru clout chases atrophy, and then he was shitting on Adesanya for clout chasing poverty, but Guru clout chases poverty. Like everything he was shitting on Adesanya for, which he was right. I don't disagree with any of it. He was 100% right. But you can say the exact same for Guru. The exact fucking same. And that's why it bothered him so much. And then that's why it bothered me so much. I'm like, what the, like this is clearly a bunch of projection here. Yes, it's accurate, but like, I don't know. That's the part of Guru I just cannot handle anymore. He just got a pair of Dior's. Wait, who did? Hold on. Also, the only person I've ever heard to have to answer what height are you, he gives his morning and evening answers. I know. That is insane. That is insane. Who knows how tall I forgot what he even says he is. He's like, well, he says he's 6'2" or 6'3". He's like a tall 6'2" or 6'4". I genuinely don't remember. Whatever he says he is, he's likely an inch shorter than that. That would be my guess. I do think he's taller than average. Just by the way he acts, I can tell he's not a little guy. Well, obviously he's not a little guy, but not a little guy like girth-wise, but I'm sure he's taller than me, and I'm like a smidge under 5'11". But I like, if someone asks me how tall I am, I say 5'11", because 5'10" and 9/10 is 5'11" in my eyes. Guru cried on stream. If you didn't know, I'm not joking either. No, I had no idea. I had no idea. I saw a 2-minute clip of Rigo saying how soy Guru was for reacting. He was saying like acting like what he was. Maybe he did say he was crying and I missed it. I don't really know. Like, I knew Guru was pouting and shit like that. But I didn't actually watch it, and I don't want to, and I never will. Like, I genuinely don't give a shit. Wait, did Guru lie about his Taekwondo medals? Seriously, did he even do it? Yeah, Lurker, that's how we found his name. That's how we found his name. Polidori found his name because they were going back. They were going back in old street, like when they were trying to figure out his name, when the original doxing took place over a year ago. This is the crazy part. Like, all this shit happened a year ago, but it came to a head like a week ago. That's kind of crazy to me. And they're acting like me and Rigo had something to do with it. We're like we were in the group, and I don't even remember Rigo being in the group, but like I was in the group by default because I was a mod. So was Woo Lad, so was Darling Boy, but they had nothing to do with it, except Darling Boy released all that information immediately after, but then he deleted it really quickly. But okay, so anyway, so how we found his name, or how Polidori was the genius who found his name. He paused the video clip of Guru showing his silver and bronze medals, and there was like an engraving on it, and then they typed in the engraving. They were looking, and they saw that those medals weren't his; they were his brother's. And then they found his brother's name, and then through his brother, that's how they found Mr. Kyle. So yeah, no, he lied about the Taekwondo. He did do Taekwondo, Lurker. He was in Taekwondo, but he was not good enough to get any medals. And those were his brother. So yeah, he got stolen valor medals. And to me, that was like the biggest, like what the like. I don't know, that's when I really started to turn on Guru in my own mind. I'm like, holy shit, dude! Like, how pathetic are you? You have to lie about fucking Taekwondo. Just say you did Taekwondo for a few years of growing up. Like, I don't understand. This is why you can't take anything Guru says about his personal life seriously and just assume it's a lie, because I guarantee you it is. And the atrophy, I know, Jesse, like, no one's even talking about the atrophy that mysteriously vanished. Oh no, he said he's had 2 girlfriends, but one he was too young. What? So he probably wouldn't count. And the other was a few years back. He said this like a month ago. Okay, so that's a lie. Okay, Troy, that's a lie. That's a lie, because a year ago, he said he's never had a girlfriend. And he was bragging about the fact that he's never had a girlfriend. And then he was also giving people relationship advice while never having a girlfriend. And you can tell by the way he talks that he's never had a girlfriend. Like, there's a lot of shit that goes into like a long-term relationship that he's clearly 100% ignorant of. And he thinks you can just like steamroll your bitch and do whatever you want. And like with some bitches, yeah, you can, but those aren't the bitches you want anyways, you know? I mean, maybe some guys do, but I personally want a girl with like a personality, a girl. I don't want a yes girl, or yes, I hate yes man, and yes, I don't want that shit around me at all. And I think most people are the same way. Just the way he talks about how he always talks about how he would act in a relationship, and how he would act as a dad and shit. I'm like, dude, you have no idea, because like you think it's one way when you're young and you've never been in it, but once you're in it, it's completely different. It's completely different. The atrophy, I know the atrophy. The atrophy was all time Guru being Guru is the atrophy. Was Guru's upbringing actually tough, or is he just lying? Lurk. So this is just me. This is hearsay. But judging on the pictures that the doxing group found of him, because Guru said he was in foster care or something, or like he's definitely said things where like he said his family wasn't around and shit. But there's a whole bunch of pictures of him with his family when he's young. So while that doesn't necessarily disprove what he's saying, the fact that there are pictures combined with the fact that he's lied about everything else, and the fact that like I know what his family did, like we all know what his family does for a living. I don't think he grew up rich or anything, but I don't think he might have maybe at best, and I say at best, but at worst really, he grew up lower middle class, but he was not poor. I really don't think he was poor. I feel like that's why he hates Israel so much for clout chasing poverty, because he clout chases poverty. He hated Izzy so much about the cancer thing, which to me, to me, that was just Izzy trying to deflect the titty blame off something else, you know? Like, I don't even think he was clout chasing cancer. I think he was just trying to get people off his ass for his sagging titty that he grew in the middle of a title reign. Like, I didn't think there was really anything that egregious, especially like for Izzy standards. Like, I thought the atrophy shit was way worse, because Guru wrote an entire fucking thesis about his atrophy and how he's been dealing with it for years and shit, and then never really mentioned it again, because it was a lie. Because obviously he was just on a bunch of drugs and he was like, oh shit, I'm just gonna. Guru's I mean, I don't want to fucking. I don't know. I don't want to diagnose him, but Guru's definitely bipolar, and I can relate. He's got those manic episodes and he's got those depressive episodes. I think we all do. But I think Guru has it more than most. And the atrophy shit was just a manic episode of Guru. And then once he got out of that manic episode, he was like, oh shit, why did I fucking say that? I guarantee you the second he got out of that manic episode, or he came off the drugs he was on or whatever, he instantly regretted it. So yeah, Guru's upbringing, I don't think it was tough. I legit spam chat calling him out on it, but he just ignored it. He had, you're not going to get Guru to respond on any of this shit. I know Guru, I don't know now, I have no idea now, but back in the day, like over a year ago, I know for a fact Guru had issues with me because everyone would shit on him in that Discord, but I would shit on him for these reasons. Most people would shit on him for being lazy or not doing members, et cetera, et cetera. I would shit on him for being a lying sack of shit. And I know he read some of the shit because we used to be cool like over a year ago, and then I felt a switch in like the way he started reading my message, and like I could just tell. I could tell that he read what I wrote about him and he wasn't a fan of it, because it's the truth. Because I don't give a shit how fucking lazy he is. I just want him to be more real. That's it. But to be honest, I don't know why I'm talking this, because I genuinely don't care. I mean, you guys are asking me, so. Did he even lose to that Asian guy? Was that made up story as well? I don't know, Lurker. I'm guessing. So here's the thing about chronic liars, habitual liars. There's always a seed of truth in whatever they say. So the Asian story, it could be true, or it could be something that happened to his brother. I think they're equal possibilities. I can't say for sure yes or no. I really don't know. The fact it was Polidori that found him was amazing lore. Like when I first watched Guru, him and Polidori would be having heated arguments like it was meant to be. Like he was the only chat member I could think of who would actually get Kyle mad, so it's ironic. He's the one that went on a mission to uncover. Well, Polidori wasn't the one who went on a mission to uncover it. So the mission, it was Guru the Musical and his friend, what the fuck his name? Mark Calzone. I don't know if that's still his name in Discord. But it was Musical and Calzone. They're the ones that organized the whole fucking thing. And if you don't believe me, I guarantee you this shit still exists in that shitty fucking gay porn Discord. I guarantee you it still does. You can look up, if Yeah, I guarantee that shit still exists. Like if you're a mod, you can probably still see it, unless they deleted it when all this shit came out because they didn't want the evidence. But I don't know. Like everything I've said about it can be confirmed via just tell them to release it. Just release it all, not to everybody, but to the close. I don't know. I don't really know. But Guru will marry a Jewish woman probably. Troy. So Polidori. I wouldn't say Polidori. For me, I think Mike Ock was the one that pissed off Guru the most. But then the mods just raped or graped Mike Ock into submission so he wouldn't be annoying. But yeah, he would get mad at Polidori too. For I get why he'd get mad at Polidori a little bit. But I never understood why he got mad at him to the extent that he did. But I do get it, like the gay memes and shit. There's the same shit with Richard. Richard F is like the Polidori of Rigo's chat. Always doing gay memes and shit. It's just why? It's genuinely not funny. I just don't understand it. But it doesn't make me rage. It just makes me think, oh, this guy's probably gay, and that's all I think. Damn, this makes me look at Guru differently. I don't hate him. I still like him. But why does he even make up these stories? He doesn't need to because he's got low self-esteem, Troy. And because I'm guessing because when he was younger and he saw his brother getting those Taekwondo medals and he was like, fuck, I wish I could do that. And the fact that he's probably still to this day, even though he has his own fucking house now, there's no excuse, but probably still to this day, he's probably still a virgin. And I've said this on stream before. When COVID hit, it hit at the fucking the exact worst fucking possible time for me. And so I went on a dry spell for I don't know, almost 2 years, I want to say. And at the end of that, I was going batshit insane. I'm not kidding. I was thinking about killing people and I was going full Sean Strickland almost every single day because I wasn't having that interaction with the female, So put that into perspective. Guru's 25 years old, and he's never, ever had a girlfriend. He's never even been kissed. He's never even touched a girl. I don't even think he's ever held hands with a girl. So if you put yourself in those shoes or in that wheelchair, you can have a little bit of sympathy and compassion and say, well, that's why he's lying, Like I said, I felt it for 2 years and it was horrible. It was fucking horrible. And it made me so depressed and so angry. I didn't lie about it though, but that was also because I've had previous relationships. I've had it. I have no reason to fucking lie. Where Guru feels like, I'm guessing it, I don't know. I really don't know. I just think he's a sad shed Jew, and he didn't really have a glamorous upbringing. He didn't have a lot of friends. He didn't have a lot of accolades. He clearly wasn't the one that was liked in the family. So he just feels like he has to make stuff up to make himself feel better. Like I said, if I was a 25-year-old virgin, I'm not saying I would go about it the exact same way, but I can understand it, So I always balance between trying not to shit on him too hard, but also I really hate bullshitters and I have a really good bullshit detector, and I hate when people lie. Which is why I didn't watch the wheelchair Guru video, because I knew that entire video was going to be shit taken out of context. There's going to be lies about me, Rigo, whoever the fuck else was in it. I don't know. But I knew it was going to be lies, and I can't handle lies, especially about me. So yeah. Yeah, I can't handle lies very well. But I don't know. I just want Guru to fucking find a nice Jewish girl in a wheelchair that he can wheel around and hold hands and finally kiss a girl. That's such a monumental event in a human life. My first kiss, I was 4 years old. I still remember it to this day. The second girl I kissed, I was 5 years old. I still remember it to this fucking day. These were really like significant moments in my life, and I feel like that's the same for all boys and girls. You know, like your first anything, your first time you hold hands, your first date, your first kiss, your first hand job, your first blow job, like all that shit, it's buried because you make such a big deal out of it. So the fact he's had none of it, like it's gonna have some psychological ramifications. So, yeah, so have a little bit of compassion, but it doesn't excuse the lying at all. Where the fuck did they find younger photos of him and his parents working? All I could find was a picture of him and his brother on IG. So I don't really know Troy. I know it was like through Facebook and Instagram and stuff. But I like I said, I was in that group. But while all that shit was going down, I was streaming. I remember I had a long stream. I think this was before I started keeping my streams up. I think this is in October, so I don't think you can actually see that stream, sadly. But I remember I was doing like a 3 or 4 hour stream, and how's it going? Like I remember like they would come in and talk to me about it, but they would do it in code because they didn't want. They were trying to be all secretive about it, but they added like 20 people in the group, even though only 6 of them were actually doing it. It was Musical, Calzone, Ilya, Polidori, Strickland's Burner, and Loquacious. Those were the 6 that like legitimate that were like the boots on the ground that actually did the work to find his name. And that's not me like saying, oh no, how could they have done that? No, that's just the truth. I'm just telling you that's how it happened. As someone who was in the group, that's what happened. And then everyone else in the group was just either watching or didn't want to be a part of it. Like I remember they invited Wheelchair Drew to the group. But he didn't want any part of it because obviously he's a fucking convicted felon. He doesn't want his shit out in the public. So that's why he's so against doxing. Like if you ever wonder why he's so against doxing, that's the reason why. If you ever wonder why he doesn't have a car, that's the reason why. Let's see. So I don't know exactly where, but I think it was just Facebook and IG and stuff. I remember the Atrophy community post, had a good time. Dude, that was, yeah. I remember having such a good laugh at that because, how the like I don't know, he was on some I think he had like just done coke for like the first time in his life or the first time in a long time, or he was drinking and doing coke or something along those lines, and he had a really good time because in that post he said I've had like the best time like I've had in the past few years, and then he started talking about atrophy and shit, and yeah. fucking atrophy. Guru acts like some BPD girl on the internet. It's worse. It's worse as he gets more and more viewers, but it's to be expected. This is why the internet fucking sucks, man. Because Guru, like, I'm not saying he has nothing to offer. He's a funny individual, and he's a pretty smart guy too. But he's never. It's very obvious he's never built anything for himself in the real world. So he has this weird sort of ego where he's built like maybe not an empire, but it's getting close to an empire on YouTube. So like on one hand, he has this massive fucking ego, and on the other hand, he's done literally nothing at all in terms of relationships, whether they be friendships or girlfriends or or any sort of like human to human real life interaction. Like he's done nothing with, or any sort of business thing or any sort of job or anything of value at all in the real life. He's done pretty much nothing. And then that's juxtaposed with how successful he's been in YouTube. So I think that's where a lot of his where you see those swings in his confidence. I wouldn't even call them swings in his confidence. It's just that dichotomy. He has both. He has a massive ego, but he also hates himself and wishes he had to go for it. Did Mike Ock get banged by Guru? No. So Mike Ock, well, so there's a little known, I don't want to call it a hack, but there's a little known trick, I guess you could say. And I don't know if this works anymore, but this did work last year during the Mike Ock era, where if a mod in someone's stream bans someone, but after, so let's say hypothetically, Lurker, let's say you're my mod in this chat, and then I I sign off. And then you ban. Let's say you ban Troy McClure. After I signed off, I can't go back and see that Troy's banned. It won't let you see it for some reason. I don't know if it's a bug or I don't know why, but that's the way it was. So what happened? So Darling Boy did this, and a few others did it too. I can't remember who. I remember Darling Boy was the main one, and then some of the other mods followed suit. But basically, the mods, I mean, all of us, we got so sick of Mike Ock's stupid fucking paragraphs that after every stream, like they would just find his comment and then ban him the second Guru ended the stream, but before the stream closed down and went private. So Mike Ock would make a new account, like every string, he'd be like, Guru, why are you banning me? And Guru would check, he's like, I'm not fucking banning you. The mods aren't banning you. I can see it right here. And no one really fucking knew, no one knew what was actually going on besides the mods and a few of us in Discord that saw Darling Boy talking about it. So the mods were banning him. I miss Mimi, Mike Ock, and Full Anarchy. I don't miss any of them. I don't fucking miss any of them at all. Mike Ock is still in Rigo's chat sometimes, and he's less annoying, but he's still really fucking annoying. He's under the name MAOCH, Ma-Ock. But he created I want to say 15 or 20 different alts, and he would join members every single time, and they would ban him. It was hilarious, and I also started to feel kind of bad for Mike Ock because he kept spending that $5 on membership, every single one, and he'd get banned and banned and banned. But they did that to force him into submission, to stop fucking just posting the same fucking stupid fucking paragraph over and over again about working out or whatever girls he was allegedly with that he wasn't, or whatever stolen valor medals he got in the army, all that fucking Mike Ock bullshit. Guru never banned him, but all the mods did. I rarely, if ever, go into the Discord. It's essentially the same 3 people every day. I wouldn't know, Troy, I was banned from that Discord almost a year ago. And I was banned, literally. Well, here's it. Okay, so all the people who call me pedo, it started because I kept banning Sneck, who was posting pictures of a fucking 12-year-old girl, just spamming it, next to my face, spamming it. So I would ban him because it's fucking why are you posting pictures of a fucking little girl? I know it's to troll me, but dude, it's a little girl. And I would ban people posting gay porn and shit. And Musical came to my stream and he was like, Strickland said it's not a bannable offense. It's a fucking bannable offense. It's fucking kiddie porn. I'm banning it. And Musical got mad at me for that. And then I called him a bad father, and then he banned me. And I don't know. I haven't seen anything or much Musical lately at all. I literally, ever since Musical banned me, I haven't watched any Musical shit other than there was a few times where I rewatched the Izzy song, because that is a fucking funny song. I think it was in the lead up to the second Izzy Pereira fight. I was listening to that to get myself hyped up, because I was listening to that in the lead up to the first Izzy fight, and Pereira knocked him out, so I felt like it'd be good juju. But other than that, I haven't been keeping up with Musical or any of those people. Really any of them besides Rigo. I forgot what I was saying about this. Wait, why am I talking about Musical? Discord. Oh yeah. So the Discord. So I don't know what they're up to, but in my Discord, which I don't really use, Discord is called Discord for a reason. It's literally meant to start internet arguments. It's fucking stupid. But yesterday, I just saw it today, but I think yesterday Ilya posted a video that I guess Musical posted of some Karen that didn't like his busking or something like that or whatever. And it was Musical crying about being homeless or almost being, I don't, it was strange. And I asked him if it was recent. If any of you guys know, Musical still streams for some area. Oh, he does? Oh shit. Well, here's the thing that I don't understand about Musical. And when Ilya showed me this video and Musical's crying about being homeless, dude, you have almost Like, I actually have no idea. I know when I stopped watching his shit, I think he had like a little over 1,000. But like, I know he's monetized on YouTube. Why the fuck are you going out in public and playing music to just whoever's on the streets when you can do it online for fucking, you can reach so many more people online than doing it in public. I'm sure he could make so much more money online if he just had a little bit of a work ethic. Like if he had half of Guru's work ethic or half of Rigo's work ethic, he wouldn't need to be fucking playing music on the street. I still don't know what that entire thing, like the context of that shit that Ilya sent me was. I told him that like when we were still cool. Like me and Musical were like, I guess you could say we were besties. And then he turned on me. Do you think Guru's lying about his ancestry? Does his family look like English, Welsh, or Jews? They kind of look Jewy, Lurker. They kind of look Jewy, to be fair. I don't know. Like, I don't know what that, if that's a Welsh name or English. I have no idea. To be fair, I don't really care about like ancestry, and like I just don't care. So he could be lying about it. He could not be. I really don't have a thought or care. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if he was lying about it because he lies about everything else. Coke any good? I'm not a fan because you have to do so much of it, and like you have to keep doing it. And I haven't done any uppers, and I don't even drink caffeine. So that tells you anything, like my relationship with uppers these days. I haven't done an upper since the last time I did meth was before moving here. So probably like over 7 years ago. And like Coke is just weak meth. Like probably a lot less side effects. But you have to do more. I've never been a fan of uppers to begin with. The only time I did Coke, and the only time I did meth was when I was like in the middle of other drug. I was basically using uppers to get off downers. That's the only time I had a period of doing Coke and a period of doing meth. And I did a little bit of crack too in that Coke period. But I don't really like it. I don't think it's worth it. But at the same time, I don't, what I was doing, I'm sure it wasn't like the pure shit, maybe like pure Coke. Like if you could actually get it, it's probably as good as meth, but who knows? But yeah, I don't know. I feel like Coke lasts way too short. Meth lasts way too long. If you could get in the middle, find an upper somewhere in the middle of those two, it'd probably be better. But yeah, I'm not a fan. And I don't endorse any I haven't done any drugs in I don't even know how long. Atrophy community post, what the fuck, Elmo? I never knew they existed. Wait, you didn't, Troy? This was over a year ago, I want to say. This was when I was in the Discord. So, like, the Discord started, I remember it was summer 2022, and I was one of the first members. And so I was in it for like 6 months, from like summer, from let's say June or July last year, up until December last year. So it was sometime in that time frame, because I remember the Discord was just going wild with all the fucking atrophy memes and shit. Yeah. So it was sometime around this time last year was when the atrophy posting. But it wasn't. He posted it, and then he posted it like really, really late at night. And then he went to bed. I think he slept for a few hours, and then he woke up and he took it down. But the damage is already done. People had already screenshotted it, and it was all up in the Discord, and it was getting copy pasted and everything. So yeah, that's a real thing. That's definitely a real thing. I think you're 100% accurate on the girl thing. I've been with my girl for 5 years, and I'm dying to pipe someone else. So I can't imagine his frustration. I knew he was a virgin straight away. 5 years, that's a long time, man. My longest is like 2 years. Well, it depends on how you... I was in a 2-year relationship, but then that extended into long distance shit. So you could technically say 4, because like we were still like talking every day, and she would still come over every now and then and shit. But yeah, like it's... I am totally against the Sean O'Malley way of life, the open relationship thing. But I was, at the same time, I totally get what you're saying, Troy, and that like when you're with the same girl for a while, like you start looking at other girls as if you're not with a girl. It's just like it's natural, it's human nature, but you gotta fight it. You gotta fight that urge. Unless your girl is fucking someone else, and I don't know. Then I don't know why you're with them to begin with. Musical still streams somewhere. Yeah, I don't watch him. I haven't been subscribed to any of these people in a very long time because I don't because when all this shit went down, this was literally it was like New Year's this last year, and I just went AWOL for like a month, and when I came back, I went to a Juru stream, I went to a musical stream. This was a month after everything happened, and I think it was probably just timing, whatever. But in both streams, they were just shitting on me non-fucking stop. I was like, what the fuck is it? Like, I had no idea Juru was even mad at me. Like, to this day, I have done shit to Juru now, but like I didn't do anything to Juru. He just got mad. I still don't know why he got mad. Like I don't know why he got mad. He just wanted to get mad. He just wanted someone to get mad at. I really don't know. Like I'm not the guy you want to make an enemy out of. I don't think, especially when you're him. That guy shouldn't be making enemies out of anyone. Volkov is a dark horse of the heavyweight division. Volkov looked fucking good, but I picked Volkov. I thought that was an easy pick because all I did, I thought back to the Volkov versus Derek Lewis fight, and Volkov fucking murdered Derek Lewis for 14 minutes and 54 seconds, or however long it was, and then Derek just landed that crazy Black Beast fucking right hand and just knocked him out. But Tuivasa is more or less the same exact fighter as Derek Lewis. They're very, very similar. They're not entirely the same, but I looked at how that fight went, and I thought, okay, well, Volkov's probably just going to pick him apart at range, and that's exactly what happened. But to call him the dark horse is tough because look what Gane did to him. And look what Aspinall made Volkov look like a fucking infant. So, as good as Volkov is and as scary as it, and like the older he gets, the more swole, like this is Swolkov. Like, he gets bigger and bigger every time we see him. And he gets better and better every time we see him. He's still a little bit stiff and a little bit slow. I just have a hard time believing that Volkov could beat someone like Aspinall or Jones or Gane. I think he's too slow and stiff for those guys. But everyone else in the division is pretty much fair game. That's my. So I wouldn't really call him the dark horse. But he's just that high upper level gatekeeper. Like if you can get past Volkov, you're doing good. But the only people who've gotten past Volkov are really fucking good fighters. How does Guru's hair change so much? I don't know, man. Jewish genes, I guess. I thought for sure that his hair was fake for the longest time. I thought that was like a humiliation ritual or something. Long distance relationships seem horrible. They are. They absolutely are. That's what. So with my situation, my phone's about to die. I've got 2%, so I'm going to keep talking till my phone's dead, and then that will be the end of the stream. So I'm going to say bye now. Because I probably got like 5, maybe 10 minutes. My phone likes to last a really long time at 2%, so we don't really know how long this will last. But thank you guys for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it. Now back to the questions. Long distance, yes. I was in a relationship with her about 2 years. I met her in California. We moved to Ohio, and then she moved back to California. I stayed in Ohio, and then we basically, like, our relationship never changed. Like, we still talk to each other every day, and she came to visit me like 3 or 4 times, like on our birthdays and shit. And then literally, I said, I like it was like a week before the pandemic hit, the scamdemic. She got a new boyfriend. Didn't even tell me either. She got a new boyfriend, just stopped talking to me. And then that's when the pandemic hit. So that's when I wanted to like go out and fucking just meet a new girl. Like that's the first thing I wanted to do. I was like, oh my God, I've only had sex with one girl for the past 4 years. You know how it is, Lurker, or Troy. Like you know how it is. So, like I wanted to go out and I couldn't because everything. Not that everything was shut down here in Ohio, but everyone was wearing masks and shit. So like you can't really. Hi, Bobby. So you can't really like go up to girls and approach them. And I'm not really an online dater guy. I did do Tinder for a little bit during the scandemic, but I'm not an online guy. I like to meet girls face to face. I like to know my physical attraction to them and see if there's any chemistry physically before like you go any further. There's no point in pursuing a romantic relationship with someone you don't even know you have a physical connection with. So like while it lasted, it was kind of bad, but we got to see each other and fuck every once in a while. So like it wasn't that bad, but then when it stopped and I literally couldn't see any other girl because they were all wearing masks. That was fucking brutal. Is Juru actually convicted? Yes. Juru, mad weird, honestly. I've only ever went on a couple of his streams, but he always strikes me as a sus. Well, he's just, I don't know why people watch his streams. He's just angry. Like all he does, and he's done this. Like I was never like a big Juru guy, even like when we were cool. Like I would go in his streams for like 15 minutes and like type a few things in chat and try to support him because he supported me. Like that was the thing. Later, Lurker. He supported my stream. He was on every single one of my streams. Here's the funny thing about Juru. He was on every single one of my streams. Always asked me when I was stream. Every single one of Rigo's streams. Always asked him when he was stream. Shit like that. And then there's like one little beef or whatever, and all of a sudden like he like can't stand us now. It's so weird. And it was like that with MMA Joey too. Like when I was in Juru's stream, this was like last year, like October last year, somewhere around then. All his streams was just like shitting on Joey. All his streams is just shitting on people or talking about how other people are ugly when he literally looks like a low level marsupial. And I don't really need to go on like a Juru rant with like 2% left on my phone, but you can just tell. You can just tell that Juru, he's tiny. He's literally tiny. He's 5'6", 110 pounds. Like he literally is. That's not me making that up. He literally is. So he's got like really low self-confidence. He used to love Andrew Tate. Like I don't know if he still does this, but he used to just spam Juru's chat with Andrew Tate questions all the time. And like Juru is exactly the type of person that Andrew Tate would prey upon. Like I guarantee you, Juru was like one of those people that Tate scammed out of like his class, his course, or whatever it is. He's just one of those people. Like he blames his short stature and his small frame and his inability to get girls. Like so he just blames everybody else when all he needs to do is just fucking join a gym. That's all he needs to do is just join a gym, start training jiu-jitsu or boxing or kickboxing. Just do something, some sort of self-defense thing so he can gain some confidence in himself. Like I used to tell him this too. Like dude, just, you got a lot of anger. You need to get it out in the gym. Like I can relate. I had a lot of anger too. And I started boxing, and it's so good for your mind, body, and spirit to just fucking punch those demons out. It really is. Juru needs that too. I guarantee you Juru would be a much happier person and a much better person if he just went to a fucking gym and actually tried to improve himself physically instead of just shitting on everyone else. But yeah, enough Juru shit. I think Aspinall is just really good. Yeah, dude, Aspinall is the uncrowned champ, I think. It's hard to say that for the 100% certainty because Jones is the champ, but if anyone in the heavyweight division is giving Jones issues, it's Aspinall because he's got really good grappling, really good striking, and he can't match him in length because no one can match John in length, but he's close, and he's got the speed. I think that's the biggest advantage that he has is his speed. He shoots in like a lightweight. Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy. I see a puppy. Stream, look at the puppy. But yeah, I'm high on Aspinall. Aspinall's future champ because Jones not going to be around much longer anyways. the first time I saw Aspinall, I was like, this guy is the truth. And I notoriously hate British people and British fighters, but Aspinall, like, you can't deny him. That guy is legitimately probably the most skilled heavyweight I've ever seen in my life. In terms of how quick he shoots in, I swear to God, it's like a lightweight. I think it was against his Volkov fight. Like he went for an overhand right and then straight for a takedown so quickly. It was so lightning fast. It looked like a lightweight. It did not look like a fucking heavyweight. When I saw that, I was thinking, there's no one on the planet that can deal with this shit. But yeah, just male nature to want to procreate, I guess. True. I need to find this atrophy post. Troy, I'm not part of the Discord anymore, but I'm sure someone in that Discord still has it copied on their phone or their computer somewhere. I would just go in that Discord and just at everyone, like, hey, does anyone have a copy of the community post? It's got to still exist somewhere. It's got to still exist. I think Volkov can beat everyone besides Aspinall, Jones, and Gane. Yeah, same. I think him versus Pavlovich is honestly competitive. Yeah, I think Pavlovich would have a hard time with Volkov because of the length, and Pavlovich isn't the fastest either, so he wouldn't be able to take advantage of Volkov's kind of slow, plodding nature. So, yeah, I would still probably go Pavlovich, just because he's such a fucking gorilla of a human being. But yeah, I think Volkov versus Pavlovich would be an amazing fight. That'd be a fun one. That would definitely be a fun one. And Volkov could win it, but I think you got to give the edge to Pavlovich just because he's kind of like Ngannou. Like he hits so goddamn hard. This is such a good equalizer. Did you see his slicked back hair? It looked like that kid, like his mom. I did not see. You talking about Guru, Jesse? I'm guessing you're talking about Guru. I did not see his slicked back hair. But yeah, his hair always looks like a kid that his mom styled. Man, the only few streams I ever went on, he just shit on Rigo, even when chat never even mentioned his name is odd. Yeah, dude, that's all Juru does. He just shits. And that's the funny thing about, like Rigo didn't even do anything. Rigo just like lightly shit on him in one stream. It wasn't even one of Rigo's streams. It was like a Gnome Chat stream or a Dickens stream. It was one of those Rigo offshoot streams. And it was about like the stupidest shit. It wasn't anything personal. It was about like iPhones and Androids and shit. And Juru just like, he can't take, he has no social awareness, and he has no ability to like take a joke. Yeah, he takes everything really personally, obviously, very obviously. Tate is just a globalist brown Jew. I don't watch any Tate shit. I only heard of him because of Juru, and then I watched like 30 seconds of an interview, and I could not stand his voice at all. It's so stupid, forced British bullshit. You know, like no one naturally talks like that. You have to try to sound like that, and anyone who speaks like that, this is why I don't like British people. Anyone who sounds like that, it's a contrived, forced way of speaking, and it's really fucking lame. And yeah, I can't even hear the words that they're saying because I hate their fucking voice so much. And yeah, Tate is like a perfect example of that shit. And Tate, like, I just don't understand. Like, he came out of fucking nowhere. Like, I never heard of him, and all of a sudden, like, everyone's talking about him and shit. Like, to me, that's a total plant. He's got to be a plant. I imagine he's a plant of some sort. He seems like controlled opposition of some sort to him. Would be my guess. I said he looked like Splinter from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and he unironically said, I look cool as shit, dude. Way cooler than Rigo and so. I was like, man, you can't unironically call yourself cool looking. Unironically is Juru's fucking, that's his word he used. He always said it. I don't know if he still does, but when I used to watch his streams a year ago, everything was unironically, even when it didn't make any fucking sense. There's just one of those filler words that people like to use that fucking bother the fuck out of me, like cringe and fucking low key and all these fucking gay ass fucking words that people just throw in to like try to sound cool, but they're not. I feel unironically is Juru's version of that. Yeah, it's fucking, but yeah, like, The only time this past like probably 6 months I've been on a Juru stream, I was on a Gnome Chat stream, and I think it was like a month or two ago, and someone came in and was like, dude, Juru's streaming right now, you have to go right now and see how fucking ugly he looks without his beard. So of course I went on, and I had a good laugh, and then like for those 30 seconds he was shitting on Rigo for something really dumb. I think he said something like, he says Rigo's jealous because he can't play video games as good as me, or some like crazy shit like that, some insane fucking shit. And then I logged off. I was like, that's enough fucking Juru for the rest of my life. And then like soon, it might have been before or after that, me and him got in an argument. This was before. Me and him got in an argument because all I said, I literally made a joke saying, what did I even say? I said, fuck it, I don't even remember. I complimented Juru like in a kind of backhanded way, and he just fucking went off on me in chat. And then I think that's how like our beef like reignited. But like, I was just kidding. Like, I didn't really mean anything like personal about it. I think I said something like, I said Eagle MMA is the only person that I would pick Juru in a fight to win against, which was a lie. Like, Eagle would smoke him. Eagle's like fucking 80 pounds heavier than him. And I wouldn't pick Eagle against anyone, but I said that as a joke because Eagle was in the chat being annoying. So I just said that as just like a one-off fucking thing. And he just started going off on me, saying that I was jealous of him because he has a fucking Instacart subscription. It's like, no, dude, I have a fucking car. I have a fucking life. I'm not afraid to go out in public. I'm not a fucking convicted fucking felon. I can go out in public and not be afraid for my life. So, yeah, I think that's where me and Juru's beef like reignited. But like, even to this day, like, I don't have any beef with him. I've never liked him as a person. I'll probably never like him as a person. But is there beef? Not really, dude. Like, he made like, someone posted in my Discord, so like I know it was like a fucking 20-minute video of me or something like that, of me and Rigo or some shit. I don't know how much I'm in it, but that helped my channel a lot. I gained like 15 subscribers and like a whole bunch of views and shit and a whole bunch of watch time. So like, I didn't watch the video because I knew if I watched the video I'd get fucking furious. So I didn't. So like, there's no real beef. I just think he's a piece of shit. And really, I just think he needs to train. And I just think he doesn't care. The thing that always bothered me about him is he doesn't care about MMA. He clearly does not care about MMA. He's just part of the community because he saw that he could be a part of the community. But you'll never hear Juru break down an MMA fight or talk about how much he loves a certain fighter or hates a certain fighter or how passionate. Like, you'll never hear that because he doesn't really care. Which is fine, you don't have to care, but like, why are you fucking part of this community if you don't care about MMA? You know? It's like, that's my issue with him. But Aspinall smokes Gon, man. Oh yeah, dude. Gon has zero chance. Aspinall versus Gon looks a lot like Jones versus Gon. I think Aspinall subs him within a round. Easy. Fucking easy. Gon is really good. He's got a lot of good footwork, but you got that guy down and he's fucking lost. And Aspinall has the most impressive takedowns I've ever fucking seen. I don't know how Gon stops that. I have no idea how fucking Gon stops that. These aren't like Spivak slow, like trips, judo throws, like slow plotting, trying to get you down to the ground. No, Aspinall's fucking, he's in on you like a fucking lightweight. He's in on you like Arman Sarukian gets in on you. Seriously, that's how fast he is. How the fuck, Gon's not going to be able to deal with that. There's no way. There's no fucking way. I think I would bet Aspinall up to like minus 300, minus 400 against Gon. I don't do anything more than that just because it's like pointless. But I just think that's like a foregone conclusion. Aspinall wins. I agree, Lurker. Working out is a game changer mentally. Yes. I go through spells of stopping for weeks after a fight and feel like shit, only realize once I go back to training. I feel you, Troy. I got pretty severely injured last month. And to this day, I still can't weight train. I tried I tried last week just with five, just doing like uh, uh, suicides with 5 pounds, and I just did 2 sets of those, and my arm's still fucked up. So the only exercise I've been able to do is like skateboarding, and like kind of been able to train for power slap and swim, and that's literally it. I haven't been able to actually like lift weights and shit, and do like my normal routine, and it's gotten to me. Like our bodies are meant for work, you know, and if you don't have like a physical labor job, then you got to put yourself through some physical labor. You just have to, otherwise you're not going to be a mentally stable person. Like you see this with Guru, you see this with Juru. I think you see this with Rigo too. You got to be active. Like I've had some mental issues this past month because, yeah, for like the first 3 weeks, I wasn't able to do jack shit at fucking all. And it just ruined me. It absolutely fucking ruined me, especially in summer too. When like I really, like I have that extra motivation to like work out and shit because I go to the pool a lot and like I want to look good with my shirt off. So yeah, you got to work out. I think working out is it's a duty that you have to yourself as a human if you want to have any chance at all to be happy. It doesn't have to be an insane workout, but it's got to be like, you have to fucking push yourself, you know? You got to actually try to like set a goal and then fucking break that goal, you know? Like if there's something to be said about that mentally and physically that just does such fucking wonders for your mind state. So yeah, I agree, man. You got to work out. I just found your idiot chugs Grey Goose vodka for the first time video, bro. You're insane. Thank you, Ali NS Adakali. Thank you very, very much. That was a long, long time ago. I recommend, because that was like not even close to like the craziest shit I've done. I have a whole bunch of videos on my channel of me eating super hot peppers, which in my opinion, it was way, way worse than chugging a bottle of vodka, which I threw up immediately after. Like I just made myself throw up. So the aftermath was bad, but it wasn't that bad. Whereas like the pepper shit, some of the peppers I ate, I was in pain for literally like 8 hours, 10 hours afterwards. I couldn't do fucking shit afterwards. And those videos have like 20 views and shit. And then like my stupid alcohol chug video has like 500,000 views. It's really weird how that works. Then I also have a video of me snorting cayenne pepper and shit. Like I do some pretty crazy shit, and you're gonna see there's gonna be it's delayed, but there's gonna be a video of me coming up doing some like even crazier shit in the future. So yeah, if you like me doing insane shit, subscribe, please. I'm close to 1,000. Yeah, more are on its way. I have not. That was like 8 or 9 years ago, but I have not lost my ways of doing stupid shit. But I don't drink anymore, so no more alcohol shit. I don't mind Eagle MMA, even though he's kind of a weird. I watched a few of his streams, and he just lies about everything. Like he's just another fucking liar. If he just didn't lie, and if he didn't just steal Rigo's cadence and steal Rigo's basically everything Rigo does, then I wouldn't mind him. But he does, so like I literally just can't watch him because it just bothers me. But I mean, he's a Boy Scout. Here's the thing about Eagle Scout. He admits he's a virgin. Like he's an obvious virgin. You look at him, obvious virgin, but he admits it. So that alone does put him at least a half step up above Guru, at least in that regard. And I can respect him for that, because while he lies about everything else, he didn't lie about being a virgin, which is crazy. Really weird how that works. But I can respect him for that, because if you're a virgin at any age, like there's a stigma around it. So being honest about that, that's pretty cool. But he was probably molested because he was a Boy Scout. So I don't know how much of a virgin he truly is. But yeah. I never even thought about that. Never mentioned fights once on his streams. Juru, yeah, dude, Juru does not watch MMA. He doesn't care. I swear to God, he doesn't even watch the cards because he doesn't care. I wouldn't even call him a casual because he doesn't fucking care. The most I've ever heard him say, this is last year, during it was Pereira Izzy the first time, or the third time, depending on how you look at it. He said, yeah, we really need Izzy to lose. it was a 3-second sentence. That's all I've ever heard him say about MMA ever. And the rest is just shitting on Guru or Joey or whoever, me probably. But it's just weird. Like, I just don't know why people watch his shit just because he's in the Discord and like links his shit. I don't know why. I really don't know why. He's not an MMA guy. He's not one of us. And he doesn't offer anything of value. I like to think that I'm the one streamer that actually tries to offer shit of value. But I think Rigo probably offers a little bit of value. I offer way more. Gnome Chad offers a lot of value too, but Gnome Chad will tell you himself like he's an MMA cat, like he doesn't really care about MMA. So I don't really lump him in with the MMA streamers. Drew very clearly doesn't care about MMA. He just wanted to join in on another lolcow. Yes, especially since he watches IP2. Yeah, so Drew would always he'd be like Six Soul, we need to get you IRL streaming because there's a few streams of me at the lake and I'm like talking to a few people, and like multiple times he messaged me. He's like, dude, you're really good. This is how I know he's bad at social. This is exactly the reason why I know. Because multiple times he's like, dude, you're really good at socializing with people. And I was like, based on these shit, like these were horrible. These were like my first interactions ever while being on stream and with another person. I thought they went fucking horribly. Like, and there's nothing like how my interactions go like in actual real life, which are infinitely better and still aren't like perfect. So the fact that he thought those were good just clued me into like his level of like social awareness and social understanding, which is zero. If he thought my interactions with like that old man and the girl at the lake, you could probably see those streams like early in on my channel if you want. The Rigo is only real off-brand Guru channel I watch, to be honest. He likes MMA, has good random knowledge, and the Discord is very pro Guru now, so I'd probably get banned just for asking about the atrophy. Oh, really? Really? The Discord is pro Guru? When I was there, the Discord was all just Guru slander pretty much. But maybe it's changed. You would think it'd get worse. Well, it was just Guru slander and gay porn. Like the amount of people I had a ban for gay porn, it was disgusting. Like it would infuriate me for months. It would infuriate me. And then I got desensitized to it. And then that actually scared me. And that was literally part of the reason why I went off on Musical, was because I knew that the Discord and just streaming in general was bad for my mental health. And I knew, because Musical had already said something previously, that he's the type of guy, like once you cross him, like he'll never uncross you. So like I was factoring all this shit into my head. I was like, do I actually go off on him right now? Or do I keep my mouth shut? I'm like, fuck it. I can go off on him. But yeah, like all that fucking gay porn shit, like it was fucking horrible, dude. Like I would never, ever join that Discord ever again. Like it's disgusting. It's really fucking disgusting. Yeah, it's a good take. Having any goal and sticking to it is a thing a lot of people miss, yes, or don't understand they need in life to be a better man or woman, yes. If you heard Strickland on Nelk, he says similar stuff. I don't watch Nelk at all. I watched almost all of Strickland's stuff, like in the lead up to this fight, but I didn't watch that because I fucking hate the Nelk boys. They're so fucking fake and stupid. Like I've never seen them. Well, I haven't given them any chance. I think the only time I really watched them was like a Colby Covington interview. But they just bothered me so fucking much that I just tune out. I don't have anything in common with them. They're very, very materialistic and very, very shallow minded, I guess is the word for it. Lurker was IP2. I think IP2 is like IRL streamers, but I could be wrong. Are you lurking in the park again? What's up, Pib? I'm not. Oh, this isn't a park. You took those down or privated them? Oh, did I? Oh, no. Damn it. Okay, Jesse. Yeah, well, when I first started streaming, I didn't realize that to get watch hours, you have to keep your streams up. Because I say some, especially back then, I said some really spicy shit, and I didn't want my shit to get taken down. So I would just delete them immediately after. So yeah, if it was one of those October, which actually makes sense because the weather would still be warm. Yeah, so that would make sense, Jesse. That sucks. But really, like, you could take my word for it. Those interactions weren't great. Maybe Jesse, if you were there and if you remember, they were like, okay. Oh, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know. Okay, so if you want to look at Musical's channel, he had a few shorts of me from like my live streams, and one of those shorts was me singing "All I Want to Do Is Smoke Weed and Listen to the Guru" with a random stranger. So that was one of the things I was referring to. So I think that's still up, unless he took it down, which he very well could have. But I kept my musical shit up on my channel, so I don't know if he did with his or not. I think since Guru blamed Musical on the docs, Musical is trying to keep in the good books. Wait, Guru did blame Musical for the docs? But granted, I didn't know that. Wait, well, first off, Musical is the one that doxed him. Musical is the one that set it all up. It was Musical and Mark Calzone. That's a fact. Ask anyone that was in the group. That's a fucking fact. And that's not me pointing the finger saying they did something wrong. Guru was going to get doxed eventually. Someone's going to figure it out, especially since he was stupid and didn't lie and said that he was in London. All he had to do was say he lived somewhere else in England. That's all he had to do, and he would have never, ever, ever, ever gotten doxed. Ever. But he was an idiot. So that's on him if he really didn't want it. And that's not really, like, so your fucking name is out there? Who cares, man? That's why, once again, that's why Drew is so fucking paranoid about his name being out there, because he's a fucking felon. But if you don't have anything to hide, like me, your name's out there. It doesn't fucking matter. There's no dirt on me because I haven't done anything fucking wrong. At least as far as the law is concerned. But let's see. Guru's audience has gone super normie now. It's crazy. Dude, a lot of them were normie like a year ago. That was another reason why I stopped. The chat, it wasn't people making each other laugh anymore. What I loved about the original Guru group, it was just more than Guru itself. It was just a bunch of people just trying to make each other laugh. Like that's my favorite streaming moments were, it was me, Loquacious, and Rigo just making each other laugh. Oh, my power's going. Bye, guys. I love you. Woo!